In the quiet mountains where the wind whispers through the trees and the nights fall cold and silent, a tiny cry echoed through the hills. It was the voice of a kitten, barely old enough to understand the world, and already burdened with heartbreaking loss. The little cat had lost its mother, alone in the vast wilderness. It had no one to comfort it, no warmth to curl into at night, and no familiar heartbeat to guide it through its fear. Its 2 hind legs were paralyzed. It was unclear whether the injury was from a fall, a birth defect, or something far worse caused by human hands. But one thing was certain: this kitten was in pain. Not only physically but emotionally too. It cried constantly, a mournful, broken sound that pierced the soul. "Where is she?" it seemed to plead. "Why did she leave me?" When the rescue team found the kitten, they were speechless. So small, so fragile, so lost. One volunteer knelt beside it, gently scooping it into a soft blanket. "We're here now, little one," she whispered through tears. "You're not alone anymore." They named the kitten Hope, because that's what they wanted to give it. Hope was rushed to the veterinary clinic. The team held their breath as scans and tests were performed. Surprisingly, despite the paralysis, the kitten had no life-threatening conditions. No broken spine, no internal injuries. There was a chance, a real chance, that with the right support, Hope could live a full, happy life. "She's a fighter," the vet smiled. "She just needs love, patience, and a little help moving around." From that moment, the rescue team committed to giving Hope exactly that. For weeks, they took turns feeding her with tiny syringes, wrapping her in warm towels and whispering words of love into her ears. At first, Hope was withdrawn. She still cried for her mother, searching corners and doorways as if expecting her to return. "It's okay, sweetheart," one rescuer murmured during a stormy night, holding Hope close. "We may not be your mum, but we'll love you like she would have." And slowly, Hope began to believe them. She started to purr, softly at first, like a quiet hum of trust returning. She began to play, dragging herself across blankets to chase after toys, her bright eyes lighting up with excitement. And every time she looked up at her caregivers, it was as if she was saying, "Thank you for not giving up on me." To help with mobility, the team designed a tiny custom wheelchair. It took time for Hope to adjust, but once she did, she moved with joy and freedom, zipping through the shelter hallways, chasing after shadows and playfully pouncing on unsuspecting socks. The once helpless kitten was becoming a confident young cat. 6 months later, the transformation was astonishing. Hope had grown strong and healthy. Her fur shone like silk under the sun, and her spirit was infectious. Wherever she went, she spread happiness. "She's our sunshine," one rescuer said, watching her roll across the room to greet a visitor. "She reminds us why we do this." Hope's days were now filled with play, affection, and endless purring cuddles. She loved belly rubs, curling up in warm laps and nuzzling into the arms of the people who had saved her. Her past hadn't broken her, it had made her stronger. "She chose to trust again," another volunteer said with pride. "And we are the lucky ones she chose." Hope now lives permanently with the rescue team who saved her. She has her own little bed, plenty of toys, and most importantly, a family who loves her unconditionally. Hope's story is more than just a rescue tale. It is a living reminder that love has the power to heal even the deepest wounds. She may not have the use of her back legs, but she has something far more important. A life filled with joy, safety, and the comfort of knowing she is loved. So many animals like Hope are out there, abandoned, injured, grieving, and alone. They can't speak, but they cry out in ways that break our hearts, and it's up to us to listen. Rescuing an animal is not just about saving a life. It's about giving that life a reason to smile again. It's about showing a forgotten soul that they matter, that they are worthy, that they are loved. And when you witness the transformation, when you see a scared, broken animal grow into a radiant being full of light, you understand something profound. Love really does change everything. If Hope's story touched your heart, please share it. Share it not just for her, but for every little one still waiting to be found. Your one share might inspire someone else to rescue, to adopt, or simply to care. And in doing so, you could be the reason another life is saved. Thank you for believing in the power of love. Thank you for being here, for animals like Hope, and for a world where no life is left behind. We'll see you again in the next rescue story, and remember, every life matters.